I don't know why he said good game right there. This is this is not promising, but I'll keep it. I mean, Euro into a bunch of other stuff could get there, but that doesn't help. This is mono green. This is a bad hand. Okay, that's a little bit better. I now have double black for the Murderous Rider. And he didn't play a Pelt Collector, so that's helpful. Uh, oh, why this guy is throwing down the GG like he's got it won. Yeah, it's definitely a card. I don't like this matchup. This is not one of my favorite matchups. But it doesn't mean we can't win. We just negated all that damage he did. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot at this point. Next turn I can play a land. I can mitigate again all the damage he just did and then hold up the Murderous Rider, so I think that's what we'll do. Play a land. We'll go black, blue, green. Play another Euro. We'll play an island. We'll hold up the Murderous Rider. We'll kill the Lovestruck Beast. I've got a Thought Erasure for next hand, so if he just continues to do that, I mean, sure. I I really want to win at this point just because this guy is being irritating with the constant GG. Like, dude, it's not game. You are far from winning this game. I want to be able to Ugin next turn. I think a Thought Erasure here. See what he's got. Yeah, Brazen Borrower. You're not going to have that. I'll throw that in the yard. You can Fae of Wishes. I'm just going to play this. Tap that. Pass my turn. And he can Fae for 2 cards. It's totally okay. Yeah, I'll trade. So I've mitigated everything at this point. He can Fae for 2 cards. I'll go ahead and play my Ugin, clean the board up, and then he's forced to do something pretty desperate to get there. Okay, yeah, Grafdigger's Cage. That's a card. Yeah, Grafdiggers, dude. Like, you keep saying good game, but you're far from winning.
Perfection is a journey, not a destination.
So now at this point, he needs a Bone Crusher to get
to
the
the
Ugin off the board.
essence of the multiverse.
And if he doesn't hit it, and that's extremely specific, and I still have a Fat Krasis to play, Casualties of War still takes the Grafdigger's Cage off the board, so I'm not completely shut down here. And his tempo has been slow. So at this point, if Krasis hits the board, it's pretty over for him without him having something disgusting. I want a Thought Erasure to take this out of his hand. This is really the only thing that gives him the gas to get back in the game.
Consider this a warning.
Yeah, I just play as big of a Krasis here as I can. So I can get a 7/7. And all of the answers that he currently has can't get me off the board. So unless he has a Brazen Borrower right here and he drops it to clean up both, yeah, I mean, that was pretty straightforward. Um, Still irritated about that. That's frustrating that he's sitting there. It shouldn't be frustrating. I should be laughing about it because he lost the game because he was sitting there taunting me with the good game portion of that. So in this matchup, Lucky Clover is the key card for this deck. Um, so playing the Wilt and getting it off when Lucky Clover hits board is really good for us. Extinction Event's good, but at the same time, the deck grinds harder than Sultai ramp, realistically. So what happened for me there was he didn't put any pressure on me. I was able to ramp, stabilize, and then take the pressure to him without him doing anything. So shifting Ceratops helps a lot in this matchup. So I'm considering that direction, but at the same time, I have to consider for him playing cards out of his extra deck that are really big and not having answers for that. So it gets kind of iffy there. But and two, what do you take out for shifting Ceratops? Like I want to be able to answer Edgewald Innkeeper. Eliminate does that. I want to be able to answer um, Lucky Clover Wilt does that. Thought Erasure does that. So it's a lot of questions as to what I do here. I may even take out Thought Erasure just because it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop a lot of things. Um, and maybe shifting Ceratops is better in that slot, or even negate and Mystical Dispute. But at the same time, like again, Extinction Event's good, but it really boils down to how the game goes. How I'm really deliberating hard. He gets to play first, so we may take out. I don't think I'll put in the negates. I want these. I'm gonna go with this. It's not great. It's not horrible. We're on the draw, so I think being reactive instead of proactive is a little bit better. Okay, this is great in the opening hand, so I want to keep that. Because again, Lucky Clover is really what's going to make that deck go off. Again, that's not what we wanted to see. Hopefully we get an Eliminate at some point, because that is a problematic card. Okay, I'll leave that on top. So, best case scenario here, he plays a Lucky Clover, we can wilt the Lucky Clover. Okay, he didn't even have the Lucky Clover. That helps us out a ton. We're going to play that. We're just going to hold up Wilt, just in case he still has it. He just didn't play it that turn. Sure. Okay, he's got no pressure now. He's kind of behind, honestly. So we're going to go ahead and take this off the board. Not going to let him get any value for that. He ramped a land, which is really good, but there's another Edgewald. That's unfortunate. But he doesn't have anything. So I think I Euro here. But like cultivate into Euro is better. It just honestly is. So I think we'll do this. Just because you get the lands out of the way. Stuff you can't draw later. And he may Brazen Borrower here. That'd be a good card. Because you get to draw off of it. Okay. He might be holding a Bone Crusher or something then. Oh, that's rough.
I will aid you. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Yeah, I don't really have answers for that. We're gonna have to Euro. That's rough. Okay, so we gotta just stave off the damage and hope that he doesn't have something really big here. If we can get to a Crisis, we might be able to pull it back. If he plays the Beanstalk Giant here, I think I gotta give the damage he currently has on the board. Okay, he's gonna go search for a card. I think he grabs Negate. Yep. Yep. Plus is up here. Since I don't have to worry about Beanstalk, I can actually give here. Or I don't have to give here anymore.
For us.
I can mitigate the damage instead. So we'll mitigate as much as we can. We only take one instead of a lot more. I didn't even think about him continuing to play Nissa, or actually even playing Nissa there. That was pretty rough. So we go for Hydra Crisis here, then we shifting Ceratops next turn, if he doesn't have an Aether Gust. And we can get the Nissa off the board. And that's a questing beast. That helps a lot. There's quite a few things here that might get us through. Shifting Ceratops. Oh well, that's unfortunate. What has he got? 3/6. Let's discard. Sure. That changes quite a bit. He's still rather stuck on lands though. Okay, does he have it? It's 4. It's me down to 11, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's got 11. He has that game. He has that game. So, honestly, didn't expect the Nissa. That's pretty good on his part. So I like everything we got going on here. We may need to up the negates. I have to take out Extinction of Infinite at this point because I have to consider Nissa's being played now. So I'm wondering, yeah, I guess Mystical Dispute and try to take it from here. Because Casualties is pretty bad otherwise. We've got Wilt to answer the cards we don't want to see, but like specifically against Nissa, Casualties is great. You don't have it, then it's terrible. This whole just spamming good game is a little over the top, my friend. Like, I'm sure there's better things you can do with your life. If I might be so bold. Lucky Clover. That's not good at all. We don't have any pressure on him. We haven't been able to answer Lucky Clover or Edgewall Innkeeper. At least he's playing kind of slow. I mean, if he taps 2 just to play a creature here. Okay, he didn't. Wonder if he has a Bone Crusher. This is really, honestly, pretty. Yeah, it's Bone Crusher. That's positive. I mean, if he has a Beanstalk, he plays the Beanstalk here. There's pretty much nothing to do about it. Okay, he just played Bone Crusher, which is fine. Nissa next turn can be answered with Murderous Rider. But I'm also debating a 4/4 Crisis. Yeah, I think that's what I do. I gotta make sure I can deal with his board state and in case he has Nissa. Okay, that's helpful. If we can trade off here, I'm okay with it. If he plays a Nissa, then I'm okay with it. So I can kill the Nissa. Okay, he's gonna search for 2 cards. That's fine. I think no, we don't have the potential for Euro just yet. Tell you what, we do have the potential for is a lot of ramp. Cultivate and Euro together are gonna be great. Yeah, that's fine. Can't Euro just yet anyway. Grafdigger's Cage is good. It's really good. I will trade. Yes. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Let's cultivate. I'm gonna put the black source on. Play the green source. We're gonna Euro. And we're gonna hold up the negate. Sure. I'm not gonna stop that. I did that there because he's stuck on lands. There's no pressure on me at all. Like, this is not even really that bad. Eventually we'll hit a Wilt. That is what we need. This is exactly what we need. We need to put pressure on my opponent as quickly as possible. give it haste. And if he blocks, I'll just give it temple. Okay, he didn't. So here, now he's in a dilemma. He's in a spot where if he doesn't deal with the board state quickly, Extinction Event can't hit land creatures. Yeah, it definitely hits land creatures because they're just odd converted mana cost creatures. That's all it is. Or I'm sorry, even converted mana cost creatures. They're 0. So even converted mana cost. So you can Extinction Event and clear out a board state. I've actually won games because of that. My opponent just didn't draw what they needed exactly to get it back into the game, and I ended up absolutely murdering them with Extinction Event. He untapped I think 3 or 4 lands with Nissa, and I just went Extinction Event, clear him out, and then he was down to like 3 lands in his deck. It was really great. One of those pro moments you're always happy to have. This is nice. This is nice. If he Nissa's next turn, he would untap to probably play the Lava Quill. But I think at this point, even if he played Nissa, I could care less. If I put a big Krasis on the board, he has to answer the Krasis. So he'd have to have Brazen Borrower, and he would have to play the Lava Coil, and then I can replay the Krasis and redraw. So I just go a ham here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Do a 10-10 Krasis. Oop, not a 15-15. Wish we could. But just a 10-10. Oh, that's nice. So all we've got to do at this point is put a little bit of damage in. We get in a little damage, get him down low enough to drop the Ugin, deal with the negate, and we destroy this kid. I'm going to see what he has here. I think it's Brazen Borrower. Yeah, you know what? Sure. We're just going to... We're going to wilt this. We're going to see if he negates. If he negates, then I just cancel... Well, I can't cancel... No! I can't cancel it. So, yeah, that's fine. Resolve it. You did indeed bounce my card. And then the other one fizzles, so you can't get your dude back. He has a negate, so I can't Ugin. But I can Euro. And I will Euro. Because there's nothing he can do about that. Because that'll get another land out of my hand. We can kill this just to push in the damage that we need done. I'm going to go ahead and pay the life. Because realistically here, all we're trying to do is get to the point where we can Mystical Dispute the negate that's trying to stop the Ugin for the win. Yeah, okay, sure. You're going to go search for 2 cards. One's an Aether Gust. And one's a... Yeah, that's... What do you do now? So at this point, I'm gonna good game this kid. Like, you've been saying it the entire time. Now it's time to... It's time to admit you're done. Goodbye. Sorry, you're done. And that, my friends, is how you beat the Temur matchup